Welcome to the Cameron Show. I'm your friend, Cameron Tyler. I'm so happy you're here today. We're coming to you from Dude IDK Studios in Denver, Colorado. I am so happy because today's guest friend is my dad. Not really, but I've always called him my dad, which we'll get into. But his name is Cory Kilgore. Welcome, Cory.
Hello.
I was thinking before we recorded this show that a lot of people might not know who you are. So besides being my dad, if you were to introduce yourself to someone who doesn't know you, how would you do that, like in 10 words or less? It could be really short. It could be 2 words for all I care, but no more than 10.
I would say I'm Cory Kilgore. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 52. I am a Army veteran.
Yep.
And I work.
And you work. And that has a lot of connotations to it, which we'll get into. Something about Cory is it would be really hard for him to accurately describe himself in 10 words or less.
Yes.
Just like me. It's hard. I would have a really hard time doing that. I would have to be really vague, like Cory was. All right. Before we get into how we know each other, one more question to set the tone for this episode. If you were to close your eyes and just like envision what the aura is right now, what color is it?
I would say the color is green.
Green?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hope green has a good connotation for you.
Yes, because green is my favorite color.
Oh. Mm-hmm. What does green mean to you?
Green is subtle. Green is... it's an earthy color too.
Mm-hmm. I think of freshness when I think of green. Mm-hmm. A lot of people probably think of money.
Or that too. So.
Which I also think of. Okay. So, wait, one more question because today on the day of this episode, it's 2 weeks till Christmas. What's your favorite Christmas song?
Ooh, favorite Christmas song.
Yeah, I actually don't know this about you. Mine is Last Christmas by Wham.
Figures you would say that.
Of course I would.
Nice favorite Christmas song. I'll probably say Rudolph, but I can tell you my favorite Christmas movie.
What?
Bad Santa.
You know what? I've never seen Bad Santa.
What?
I will watch it now if it has your stamp of approval. You know what? I need to watch more funny Christmas movies.
Yes.
I watch oh my God, my sister's calling me. I'm not going to answer it. Look how serious she looks. Can you see?
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry, Jennifer. She'll be on in a couple weeks. Everybody at home will meet her. Okay, Bad Santa I've never seen. I need to watch more funny Christmas movies because mostly I watch sad Christmas movies.
Oh, you need more humor in your life.
Just like I love the sad Christmas song. I know. This is actually kind of a fitting transition. So today, before filming, Cory and I had brunch, and I was like, it's so crazy because when I look back on our relationship, I think of when you already were the person that I was like, I wish you were my dad. So I'm just going to start calling you my dad. The thing is that we worked together. So Cory came to work in the office that I worked in September of 2014.
Right.
Now, this was over a decade ago. We're both in the HR field. So then you came in. I was already there for 4 years by the time you got there.
Right.
And also for context, and actually we didn't discuss this at brunch, but I think you'll remember in the fall of 2014, and readers of my book, A Mural in Space, a Gay Boy's Memoir, will know this. In September of 2014, I was beginning my spiral into my mental breakdown. So I was living in Lakewood when we met. Actually. Then I really peaked in my mentee B in February of 2015. And what did I do? I moved from Lakewood, from the Green Mountain area west of Denver, all the way to the Denver Tech Center, which is the south part of Denver, down I-25. And coincidentally, I moved only 5 minutes away from my dad, Cory. Was this a coincidence? I don't know, to be honest, probably not, because I just wanted to get away from where I had been living. I needed a change of scenery. But coincidentally, I was so fortunate to live by you because what did I do all winter long?
Oh, ask for rides, especially when it snowed.
I hate driving. I hate driving, period. I especially hate driving in the snow. But I would ask Cory to, oh, we're going to the same office on the same day, and we're done at the same time. Do you think you could just pick me up on the way to work so I don't have to do the 45-minute drive? And
Mm,
he always did. So the crazy thing is, I always jump to that era of my early 20s where you were one of the only people that I lived near. And
hmm.
we did a lot in those years. We went to comedy shows. We
Yes.
hit up the restaurant Jing, which we still love.
Yes.
If you've never been to Jing, what is it? The Buddha?
The Buddha button.
Do the Buddha button. It's a little flower you eat. It makes everything tingly. And we had a great time. But what I remember feeling at that time when it comes to you is I was so comfortable with you
Hmm.
because you were not my pictured stereotype of an army vet. Because when I was telling you this at brunch, especially in my early 20s, and I've
Hmm.
come to work with a lot of vets since then,
Right.
obviously in our field we do.
Right.
But this was still pretty early in my career. I had this vision of army vets being extremely conservative, extremely loud, extremely overbearing. And this was a stereotype that obviously I have since shed, but this is how I felt at the time.
Right.
And with you, from the very first time that we interacted in our office, I remember feeling shocked at how calm your aura is. You are a very calm man. You're very level headed. In my experience,
I try to be.
you had a life before me for sure. Okay. But in my experience, level headed, open minded,
Hmm.
kind. I loved that. And I felt so comfortable with you. And you have like a diverse array of friends. I want you to tell me today. I also learned that you grew up with you describe them as pot smoking hippie parents, which is amazing because you come from South Carolina.
Right.
But tell me about more about that, like where you come from
Hmm.
and how maybe your home might have been different than the greater community because you didn't come from a liberal community, right? Or
Uh,
did you?
well, kind of. So, growing up in South Carolina, I grew up in the country.
Yeah.
So, my parents' first house was a trailer, and we lived out in the country. We had a dirt driveway.
Okay.
Like everybody lived. It's like my grandmother lived in the front of us, and then my uncle lived like across the field from us, and I had another uncle who lived across the other part of the field from us. And
Oh my God. So your community was your family.
yeah,
Okay.
so growing up, it was like a lot of fishing, hunting, and parents. Everybody in my family smoked cigarettes. They would drink beer, and then sometimes you would smell this aroma. As a kid, I didn't know what it was, but you were
Yeah.
smoking pot.
They're smoking pot.
Right. And on Sundays, they would go to church.
Okay. So still religious.
Very much religious. Everybody in the South was religious.
Mm-hmm.
So, growing up like that, it was all about family.
Okay.
So, transitioning from that, and then coming into the military, it was very different. So, I
Mm.
got to see and experience different types of people and cultures.
Okay. So when you went into the military,
Hmm.
have you always had this disposition of being, do you feel like a calm person? I guess I should ask that first because I perceive you as a very calm person.
Well, I can be calm. I mean, yes, I do spaz out at times, but I'm a calm person.
I will be honest with you. I've never seen you do that. I've never seen you get like overtly angry. I've never seen you freak out. I've
Mhm.
never even seen you raise your voice.
Well, you gotta ask my kids that, but but
Yeah,
yeah,
his other kids might have a different experience with
but
him.
yes, I mean, like I said, my parents were pot smoking hippies to the sense, but my parents also raised me to accept people for who they are. So coming
Mhm.
into the military, I met a diverse set of people,
Mhm.
so I got to learn a lot
Yeah.
about people and where they're from and their cultures. So in South Carolina, when I joined the military in 1992, I didn't know anything about Mexican people. Only thing I knew was Puerto Ricans and Cubans. So
Oh.
I thought they were pretty much the same. not.
Oh, I guess coming from that coast, that makes sense. Because
Right.
me being from Colorado, I'm like, that is so random. But I guess it's really not because you're
Yeah,
right by the ocean.
it's very much different. But being in the military, you come across a lot of different kinds of people from different cultures and things. And, you learn a lot about yourself.
True. I mean, how can you not?
But then you learn a lot about people and how they treat you as well, too.
That's true. But I do think like you are a very special person in the sense that you took a lot of your experiences in order to keep opening your mind more and more. Whereas I do believe a lot of people, even people who join the military, can use those experiences to hunker down
Right.
on what they know or believe to be true going
Right.
into it. But you didn't. You kind of like went into it and allowed it to keep opening yourself up. And I remember, especially because in my early 20s, what I have to even remind myself sometimes
Mm-hmm.
is that, like, when I met you, for instance, I had just turned 23. That is crazy to me because now that I'm 34, I think of myself as always having this 34-year-old brain. But I have to remind myself, like, yeah, actually, when I met Cory, I was only like 6, 7 years out of the closet. Like, I still had a lot of the baggage from the closet where I perceived a lot of different people to be homophobic. So I would assume, oh my God, a man in his 40s, gonna be homophobic. A straight man, gonna be homophobic. A man from the military, gonna be homophobic. And I think that maybe that's why I found it so jarring how comfortable I felt with you because that, and knowing you now, it's like, it's crazy that I could ever even have that perception of someone like you.
Right.
But I am curious, and actually, I've never asked you, what was your experience like? Because you say where you came from, you didn't know about a lot of different people.
Right.
Did you know any gay people growing up?
Uh, yes. And also, no, they wasn't all the way out because
Oh,
in the South, it was, you would meet people or you would see people and you kind of like, I wonder, but
oh.
but you didn't always know.
Were your parents hippie about that topic?
My mother was, but my dad, not so much.
Mm,
But I think the when he was alive, the older he got, he was more open about
okay.
because now a lot of people in my family, they have come out and it's a lot more accepting.
Okay.
Um, but when I was a kid, you know, nobody really talked about it. It's like you kind of like knew, but nobody really talked about it.
When's the first time that you like knew an out gay person?
Probably like when I was in high school.
You knew an out gay person in high school?
Probably like in high school, it's like I said, I knew, but they didn't like come out. It's kind of like you knew about the mannerisms and everything. It's like,
Uh-huh.
huh.
Interesting.
But then when I went back for my class reunion, it's like,
Oh, I was right.
I was right. hmm
What was your experience in the military? Because you went in, we
hmm
discussed this today. You went in, wait, you didn't go in 1991. You went
And
in 1990,
92.
92,
hmm
which was the year before Don't Ask, Don't Tell happened.
hmm
So, did you know any people in the military who were out?
No, I didn't know anybody in the military because that was open about it.
Yeah, because you couldn't be.
Right. Kind of had my suspicions, but I didn't know because during the day, everybody did their military functions, but then when you got off work, everybody just went out and did their own thing.
Yeah,
So I didn't know.
interesting. When you joined the military, you were only, wait, so were you 17 or had you just turned
I
18?
was 19.
You were 19.
hmm
But we were talking today at brunch. The reason you joined the military so young is because you were a young dad.
Right.
You were 16,
17.
17
17 when my son was born.
when he was born.
hmm
And you had an experience where you're very young, you
hmm
have this kid,
hmm
you are like, I need to figure out how I'm going to afford this. And
hmm
you went into the military for that reason.
hmm
But then you ended up being, I mean, I'm assuming very happy with that career choice because you stayed with it for 20 years.
Yeah, it worked out that way.
Oh, it worked out that
Right.
way.
I joined with a 3-year contract.
Uh-huh.
Signed up in 92. Supposed to get
Okay.
out in 95. But
Okay.
then from that 3-year contract, it ended up being 20 years. So it's kind of like that path changed.
Yeah.
So looking back on it, it was like, my life could have went a whole different way if I got out in 1995. Because if I got out in 95, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
No, because by then you had gotten married again, or you got married for the first time, because the
Right.
first time you weren't married. And you had, by 95, did you have Mariah and Tristan by then?
No,
Or just
it
Mariah?
was Jasper, and then that I didn't have our marriage. And then Mariah was my daughter from our marriage.
Yes.
Tristan wasn't born yet. Tristan was born in 97.
Yeah. So, but Mariah was born in 95 when you could have gotten out.
And Mariah was born in 94.
Oh, 94. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you end up staying in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I find so interesting. You've lived so many different lives like me. It moves you to a lot of different places. It takes you to a lot of different places. Where are some of the places that you lived while you were in the military?
So, of course, I lived in Colorado. I lived in Honolulu, Hawaii. Leesville, Louisiana. Tongdeshong, Korea.
Oh, my God. I've never heard of
then
that.
I came back to Colorado Springs, Colorado. And then I lived in Romania for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Then I deployed to Iraq 6 times.
All 6 of your deployments were in Iraq?
Yes.
Damn. And your last one, I remember you saying, was in 2011. When was your first deployment?
So my first deployment was March of 2003, and I came back May of 2003.
March of 2003 was like the beginning of that.
Yes.
Like you're one of the first people to go in then.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you said I can pretty much ask you whatever I want on this.
Right.
I'm curious in this moment. I'm just really asking you whatever comes into my head at the moment. This is like my opportunity where I'm like, you know what? I'm having Cory on and I'm just going to ask everything I felt like asking and just never did.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Well, earlier, because I said, like, wow, you were in the military during a very interesting time because in my mind, when I think of the period you were in for that 20 years, you were in there before Don't Ask, Don't Tell got enacted in 93. You got out right as it was ending, because I believe it ended in 2011, Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
I think
ish.
So. Right.
The war in Iraq was while you were in there. September 11th happened while you were in there.
Yeah, it happened like right before. Yeah.
So. Like right in the middle of your 20 years, September 11th happened. Where were you when September 11th happened?
Oh, so I was at Fort Carson, Colorado. And actually, I was at a levy briefing. They was getting ready to send me back to Korea.
Oh. Because today I asked, and you were in Korea during Y2K.
Right.
So you had been there the year before.
Right.
Okay.
And I was in the levy briefing, and I had got these orders, and I was getting ready to go back to Korea, and I was mad.
Oh, you didn't want to go back?
No, I didn't want to go back.
Why? You said that everyone parties in Korea.
Yes, they party, but I had just got back from Korea.
Okay, yeah, you were gone and you had kids.
Yeah, and they were getting ready to send me back, and then this lady comes running in and said that a plane hit the towers, and I was like, what? That was the first one, and then when the second one hit, the sirens went off.
Because then it became apparent
exactly.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, they deleted my orders for Korea, and yeah.
Everything happened
My
fast.
life changed after that.
Well, I bet it did, because then it was like, wow, what are we doing? And it is weird to me because the crazy thing is when September 11th happened, you have to remember I was 10 years old.
Wow.
So I know. So I'm like, this is so fascinating to me because when September 11th happened, I was in 5th grade. It was the beginning of 5th grade. So like I went to school that day and it was just me and a bunch of other 10-year-old kids being like, what is going on?
Wow.
But like the uncertainty we felt could be nothing compared to the uncertainty that you felt, because at the time that means you had to be in your early 30s, late 20s?
No, I was late 20s. So I was 28?
Oh my God. See, that's crazy to me because you were 6 years younger than I am now, which is so crazy to me. And all you know after the second one hits is like, oh, this is definitely like a terrorism thing. And like, this is going to change a lot. What did it change besides you going to Korea? How did things change?
Well, Um, my life changed because my job was I was a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear specialist.
Oh shit. I did not know that. To be very transparent, I did not know that.
So I was assigned to the 10th Special Forces Group
Mhm.
at Fort Carson. So deployment started. So um, the deployments to Iraq.
Oh
So in
my god.
2003, I was gone.
Damn.
And so that was my first deployment, 2003. My second deployment, we left on Thanksgiving Day in 2004.
Damn.
On Thanksgiving Day.
Oh my
I
god.
remember getting on the plane and they gave us cold peanut butter sandwiches.
Cold peanut butter. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Oh my god.
So I was gone from Thanksgiving 2004, and we didn't come back until like May of 2005. And the reason why I know that is because that's when Revenge of the Sith, because you know I'm a Star Wars
Oh yeah, I love
nerd.
Star Wars.
So I got to see that when I got back.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't matter what comes out while you're gone. You're not seeing it till you come back.
Yeah, unless you watch the Haji, the bootleg versions, but I wanted to see that in the movie. So
No, that's very fair. That's very fair. Wow, it's so wild to me.
Mhm.
Okay, so you end up being in the military all the way till 2011, 2012.
Yeah, I retired August 31st, 2012.
Okay, August 31st, 2012. You end up working at a different office for a while, but then in 2014, you come to my office. This is when I meet you. I remember feeling very comfortable. And then also, I remember feeling very curious. And the thing is, I was never shy to ask you questions because you were always also like volunteering a lot of information. And I found your life so interesting. Because besides the military, there's a lot of things about you that I love. First of all, you and I are very similar in the sense that we're both very compartmentalized people.
Right.
Both of us have very sprawling social lives
Yes.
with a lot of different kinds of people.
Right.
And like me, at least for most of the time that I've known you, you're single, I'm single. We spend a lot of our time doing social things with different people as opposed to like with one person. You've done a lot of different things. So one thing that I love that you do is you do a shit ton of volunteering. It's inspiring to me because I think I and a lot of people I think will relate to this want to do more volunteering. So talk to me about that and how you started volunteering, what kind of volunteer work you do, what kind of volunteer work you enjoy, and if someone wanted to get involved with volunteering, what would you tell them?
So I got into volunteering in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And the organization it's the Mission Continues. This is a non-profit veterans organization that gives back to the community. And the good thing about it is you don't have to be a veteran to be a part of it.
Okay.
Veterans is a part of it to be a part of the leadership part of
Okay.
it. So I'm the platoon leader for the Mission Continues here in Denver.
So the mission continues. Is this like a national organization?
Yes.
Okay, so then like Denver has a chapter.
Yeah. So
And you lead it?
yes.
See, I didn't even know this. This is why I have to ask you a million questions. Also, everything you're doing always changes, like
Uh,
me. So,
right. So I've been the platoon leader for the Denver chapter since 2018. Now,
okay.
you're only supposed to be the platoon leader for 2 years.
Okay, Donald Trump
No,
extending your
no, no,
terms.
no, no,
I'm
no, no.
just kidding.
I mean, it takes time to plan and coordinate things
Totally.
for all the events. So I haven't found anybody to step up to do it
Yeah.
because if I step down and nobody steps up, it'll
Then
go away.
it will dissolve.
So I continue to do the things I do.
Okay.
So we do things here in Denver, like the Food Bank of the Rockies. We place flags out at Fort Logan, the cemetery, the military cemetery.
Oh, yeah.
So we do that for Memorial Day. We also place wreaths out during around Christmas times. We go out to Boston P Elementary School and we do paint projects there. We do things. We have done things at the Tennyson Children's Home.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
We do things there. We have participated in some of the Veterans Day parades here in Denver. We participate in other food banks in the Denver area. We've participated at the Eagle's Nest equine veterans rehabilitative.
Is that with horses?
Yes.
Oh, man, you guys have done a lot of different
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Is this like a monthly thing, weekly?
Yeah. So the Food Bank of the Rockies, we do that the second Saturday of each month.
Okay.
So I can only have 15 volunteers come out. So it fills up all the time. So I always have a big group to do that. And then around Memorial Day, when we place the flags, that's probably my biggest event. One of my
Oh,
biggest event every year. And
God, how many
people,
flags is that?
so there's over 100,000 people laid to rest at Fort Logan. So there's other organizations that come out to help with that.
Uh-huh.
I always have more people come out to place the flags
Yeah.
because everybody wants to take pictures doing that.
Oh.
But I never have enough people to come help pick them up.
Oh, okay. Well, let it be known, everybody. If you want to volunteer this Memorial Day, pick up the flags after they're put out. And you can also take pictures of yourself doing that. That's crazy to me. People want to put them in, but they don't want to take them out.
Right. And it's the same thing for when we place the wreaths out too, because the weather it's always cold in December. Here in Denver. And then to pick them up, we pick the wreaths up in January, and the weather is really bad in January. So we never have enough people to pick them up then as well.
Okay, well, listen, people, if you want to, where can people go if they want to volunteer with the Mission Continues?
So you have to just look up the Denver Service Platoon.
Okay.
And then it'll come up. Now, mind you, next year, the Denver Service Platoon, the Mission Continues, is going to merge with the Travis Manion Foundation.
Okay.
But just look up the Mission Continues and just watch for that. And then you'll see when the merger is going to happen and everything. So
the mission continues. Everybody, it's almost Christmas time. Those wreaths are going to have to get picked up next month. So please volunteer. You know what? I'm saying right now I'm going to volunteer to do that. So if you want to volunteer with me, and we'll pick up the wreaths from the memorial. We want to make sure it's clean.
Yeah, and just know, anytime I have an event, I always bring Krispy Kreme donuts too.
And if you needed another reason besides me being there, it's that there's going to be Krispy Kremes there. Okay, well, I'm saying it right now. I'm committing to it on the show. I'm going to volunteer to pick up wreaths this year. All right, the other thing that I want to make sure we get to, because can you believe we're already almost at Sip, Savor, Spill? That is so crazy.
What?
This is the game. But before we do, I have to say the other thing that I want to make sure to talk about that I think is so cool is that you are part... Wait, is it a motorcycle club?
Yes.
Is that what it...
Yes.
I don't know why out of my mouth I wanted to say he's part of a motorcycle gang. It's not a gang, to be clear.
Yes, it's a motorcycle
It's
club.
a motorcycle club. Tell me about your motorcycle club.
So my motorcycle club actually started here in Denver.
Oh, okay.
So the chapter I belong to is in the Springs.
Oh, that's right.
And we also volunteer in the community as well.
Oh, so this is this multifaceted man. What is it? What is the motorcycle club called?
It's called Street Soldiers.
Street Soldiers.
Yes.
Is this mostly veterans too?
Yes.
Okay, but it's a lot. It's a very diverse group of people, from what you've told me, and it goes beyond Denver though, because one of the trips you went to was in Tulsa.
Yeah, that's one of the bike rallies we go to, but our motorcycle club is nationwide though.
Oh, wow.
But it started here in Denver though.
When?
2005 actually.
Have you been in it since it started?
No, I started in 2011.
Oh, okay. Wow. And it's taken you to a lot of places, because you were telling me today about the tornado.
Oh yeah, it was a tornado when we were coming back from the Tulsa rally, and we ran into a tornado in Kansas. But yeah, we've ridden from here to Vegas and Los Angeles. People have ridden down to Houston. People to Omaha, Nebraska. We're just passionate riding.
Why do you like motorcycles? What do you like about them? They scare me.
I like motorcycles because, being out on the open road.
Freedom.
And then also riding with, my brothers, you know what I mean? It's just the camaraderie of it.
Camaraderie. That is one thing I will say, and something that I really love that you said earlier at brunch is, I mean, when I think about you, I actually do think about camaraderie, because when I think about you and I think about, like, especially the time in my life where we spent the most time together and we worked together and we lived right by each other, it was something that's very unique about you is that you are someone who wants other people to be included.
Right, right.
And when we were at brunch earlier, you were talking about how, like, yeah, sometimes you'd come back from a deployment or something, and maybe you weren't dating someone, and maybe, your kids weren't at that ceremony where people come back and everyone else is embracing their families. And maybe sometimes you didn't have anybody there. And that is part of the reason why you are like that. Because I think back whenever we would have someone new start in our office,
Mm-hmm.
you were like the social engagement person, like unofficially, of our office, where it's like Cory would put together like a lunch to like welcome someone new in, or if someone was leaving, we would have a goodbye for them, or if it was someone's birthday. And I mean, do you think you were maybe always like that? Like, do you think were you like that when you were younger?
No, definitely was not like that when I was.
No?
No, I was never like that when I was younger.
That's so interesting to me because I guess I only knew you as like a 40 something and over. So I wonder, I guess, sometimes about what you were like when you were younger and how you're different now than when you were younger. But you think that is something that you really developed in your adulthood?
Yes. When I was younger, I was quiet, probably bashful and things, but experience teaches you things, right? Um, Nobody likes to be alone,
Mhm.
but you have to tap into yourself and tap into other people to get out and do things.
That's true.
So I remember times in my life where it's like, oh, I don't want to go to the movies by myself. People are gonna look at me weird. It's like, who cares?
Yeah,
Get out and
that's
go do,
true.
or go to concerts. It's like get out and do things. Nobody's like half the times when you go places, nobody's really paying attention to you. And even if they are, oh well, do it.
Yeah. So what?
Right.
Yeah, but like that part of you that like wants to include other people, I find that very interesting that is in, I guess, in the latter half of your life you're more like that. But
Well,
I mean, it does make sense if that is how it really came to
well,
be.
you have to be welcoming. If somebody's new, I mean, welcome them in. Don't just sit. Sometimes people they have these little cliques,
Yeah.
and it's like somebody new comes around, they're just like,
Yeah.
why would you want to do that?
I know. I
Mm,
mean, I will say,
mm,
because I did know you in my early 20s, I was thinking about it on the drive over here today. And I was like, if there is one way that I think you definitely influenced me in that time, it's that you influenced that part of me that
mm,
I'm like that now. I am more like that after knowing you than before, of where I am like,
mm.
you seem like you're floating in space. I'm going to grab you and I'm going to take you with me and you're going to come to this and here's your place at the table. I mean, I think about, for some reason, one of the main memories that I have, it was like maybe when I left our office in
Mm,
2016 and I went to a different office.
right.
And I remember we went to dinner at, I want to say it was like a cheesecake factory, but it was like at a mall. And then
Yeah.
after we went to dinner, we went shopping and I wanted this leather jacket.
Oh
And
yes.
I
Oh.
was just like, I'm not going to get this leather jacket because it's like, I'm going to buy this if it's under X amount of money. And then it was just over. And you were just like, oh, I'll buy with my military discount. And now it's under that amount of money. And I was like, oh my God. And then like, three other people were like, "Oh yeah, and even if you didn't have his, you could use mine or you could use mine." I don't know why I think about that all the
I
time.
almost forgot about that.
I never forget about that, and I love that jacket, by the way. It's a cute Levi's leather jacket with a hood. I love that jacket to this day, and I've had it for like 10 years.
Wow.
But I always think about that and how you are like me in the sense that you have the ability to create family in different places
You had to.
because you had to.
Right. In the military you had to. You always moved for the most part. You moved like every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So you had to pick up, move, and you get to a new place and it's like, all right, I gotta start over again.
Yeah, and I
Mm,
think that during my time in my early 20s working with so many veterans, I think that is one thing that I grew to admire most about a lot of the people, because in our office, a lot of people were former military
mm,
or they had been a military spouse.
right.
And so they had moved to places with their spouse while they were serving. And a lot of people in our office had this ability to create like family dynamics that I
Mm-hmm.
really took forward into like my adult life, as maybe there were times where I was like more distant from my actual family. I really admired that I learned how to create a sense of family with other people.
Mm.
But I think, yeah, in your situation, it was like you were forced to learn that
You had to.
from when you entered
Right.
and didn't know anybody
Right.
until you got out, because things could change
Mm.
and you weren't always with the same people.
Right.
Wow. You have lived so many lives. Oh my God. It is so crazy. I mean, we probably could talk for 2 hours about it, but you're such an interesting person to me. I'm so thankful for you.
Yeah.
I think you're amazing. Um, and we're not done, because now we're gonna play this game that you didn't know what you were in
Yeah.
for.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so let me tell you about it.
Okay.
Cory's never played this game, but it is sip, save, or spill. Listeners of the pod will know.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 levels, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is like, sip is like, what's your favorite candy?
Oh.
So easy, okay?
Mm.
Savor gets a little deeper. I think, oh no, this is savor. Gets a little bit deeper, and it might be like, I don't know. It's going to be like the middle deepness. I can't even think of an example, but you'll
Mm.
find out. Spill is going to be the deep question, okay? Now, we're going to pick one out of each jar,
Mm-hmm.
but you, as the guest, get to decide which order we go in. And I want you to pick them out. But you can, if you don't want to answer first, I will answer it first. So do you want to jump in the deep end and go out shallow, or do you want to start shallow and work our way in?
Oh, we're going for the deep one first.
Oh my God, how did I know? Okay, I'm shaking this up, and I'm going to give Cory the spill jar, and he's going to pick out a question.
Oh, here we go.
Wow, we're going right
Watch it
into
be my
it.
luck, and it's going to be something.
No, it's going to be great.
What's a fear that still holds power over you? Ooh.
What is a fear that still holds power over you? Now, this is a man who has seen the worst of the worst in this world. And this is a man who's also been through therapy, like me.
I'm still in therapy. What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm still in therapy, too. We're both in therapy.
What's a fear that still holds power over you?
That's kind of a hard thing to answer.
I don't know. I mean, I still have a fear of failing at anything.
You do?
Yeah. I don't want to fail. I mean,
that's really interesting to me, Cory.
Yeah. Why is that?
I think that's interesting to me because actually, you know what? It's hilarious to me because I might say the same exact thing. And why it's funny for you, it should be funny to me. You and I are people who have no qualms with starting a new chapter. Okay, we have both started a lot of new chapters in our lives,
right?
And we've seen a lot of chapters out. And what's so funny is I know that's a way that you and I are similar, but when I watch you do it, I think, you know what's so great? He's not afraid if something doesn't work out because he'll just move on to the next thing. But I also would probably say the same thing. The biggest fear I have is failing at something, even though if I were to fail at it, I would move on to the next thing.
Right.
But don't you think you would too?
Well, yes, but it's easier when you're outside of the storm looking in. But when you're in the storm, it's like it's chaotic, right?
Yeah.
And you're trying to figure out how to do it. But once you get through it and you look back on it, it's like, I did it.
I guess that's just something I would never predict that you were scared of.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's probably a pretty universal fear.
Yeah.
But you're also so good at so many things. I don't even think about you failing at anything.
It happens, you know what I mean?
Do you think you feel that way about relationships?
I mean, I don't know. Relationships can be as complicated or they can be as easy, but every relationship is different. Depends if it's a romantic, intimate relationship or is it a family or a friendship, right?
That's true.
So, it all starts with communication. That's the biggest thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because how you communicate and how you receive it is huge.
You know what else I think about when I think of you is that I don't feel like you have an overpowering ego. But let me ask you this question.
What?
Do you think when it comes to, and you obviously have years on me in this, but I wonder, do you think in your life when it comes to romantic relationships, you've had your heart bruised more or your ego?
It's interesting.
It's interesting, and I only think about it because as I have ventured more into the territory of getting involved romantically in the last 5 or 6 years and have been more open to it, I have found that a lot of times when I think I'm heartbroken, I end up realizing I was more ego bruised.
It depends on what you put into it, because some people enter relationships with their egos.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, and it's really hard not to, by the way.
Yeah, but then if you enter a relationship with your heart all into it, and then you get it stomped on, yes, that's different.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's actually so true.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think the more of one that you have, the less of the other you probably have. And the crazy thing is, if you go in with more heart, you're probably more likely to have success, but it's going to hurt more if you fail.
Exactly, because if you go in with your ego and it doesn't work out, you shrug shoulders and it's easy to recover from it.
Well, except for then you have to rebuild your ego, which is a whole different kind of.
Yeah, but it's still easy to recover from instead of your heart, though, because you know how it feels. You get your heart, you can't eat, sleep, and you're like, oh, yeah.
I know, but you know what? Sometimes I feel that way about my ego.
I don't. Either.
But I think I'm a lot more attached to my ego than you are. But well, you don't have a big ego to me.
Why? I mean,
I know that. But do you think you've always been like that, or do you think do you think your ego was bigger when you were younger?
No.
You've always been like this.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, not me.
I've always had my heart on my sleeve. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I believe that about you because I feel like I met you, and on the first day, I'm like, I would trust this man with my life. I don't feel that way about any man in any capacity. But yeah, that's so interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think you've been more heartbroken than ego bruised then?
Right.
That would make sense for you, not for me.
But a lot of times, looking back, it's like I told my daughter, I said, sometimes you can look back on your life and you can see, some people can look back on your life and you can see like a whole trail of destruction of relationships. But sometimes we do it ourselves because if a relationship was good,
mm-hmm.
but you still like, I'm going to fix it or it's going to work. And you should have let it go.
Oh, God. Tell me about it.
But then there's relationships where you could do this and you could fight for it, but sometimes you don't.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Felt that one.
Yeah,
okay,
so,
yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Right. So,
and that's with any relationship.
Right. And I think a lot of these things, it comes with experience. Experience is like the best teacher in life.
That's true. And maybe that's why I feel so behind in that area because I for so long refused to have anything to do with romantic relationships. And then once I started, I feel like I'm now like lessons behind other people my age where I still do. I mean, I can openly say this. It's just the truth about me. I go into everything I do with a lot of ego. I had so much ego to begin with that even though I've done a lot of work, and I have, I still have a lot more to go. Well, but also, you've met my mother. And I bet you could imagine where my ego came from.
Yeah, but also, depending on the person you meet, sometimes it takes the right person to bring the right stuff out of you.
That's true, and I certainly believe there are people who make us want to be better. And some people who bring out the worst in us.
Right. And sometimes, believe it or not, sometimes people keep dating the same kind of person with a different shell.
Oh, that's true. And what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Right. We'll see where that question went. Mm-hmm. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, I want to look at this one more time. The other fear I have, I hate snakes. Love tarantulas. I have a pet tarantula.
I was going to say, what? You hate snakes? You have like the scariest spider that exists. Oh my God. Okay, well, to be clear, when it comes to that kind of fear, spiders, snakes, bugs, no. Wow, okay. Okay, next. I don't even want to think about the tarantula. No offense. What's his name?
Charlotte.
Oh, her name is Charlotte.
Hmm.
Charlotte is the tarantula. The dog is Chewy.
Yes.
Chewy's so cute. He's going to be 9 next month.
Mm-hmm.
You got him as a puppy.
Yep.
What made you get Chewy? Was Chewy your first dog?
No, I've had other dogs before, but I rescued Chewy from this adoption event, and when I saw him, I said, "What's his name?" And they told me his name was Chewy because I'm a Star Wars nerd.
Chewbacca.
I thought it was Chewbacca, but no, Mr. Chewy. When he was younger, he used to like to chew things. So.
Oh, and when I think of Chewy, I think of like the Mexican nickname Chewy. What up, Chewy? ¿Qué pasa, Chewy? Okay, so now I know.
Yes.
He's not an ex-vato and he's not an alien.
Right.
He is just someone who liked to chew things.
Yeah,
He's
but he
so
outgrew
cute.
that though.
Okay. All right.
So now the easy stuff.
Well, it's a little easier. This is the saver, so I
go.
say this is waist deep.
Waist deep.
Pick our next question, Cory.
Come on, let's.
Now that we know we're both scared of failing.
I'm getting older. I have to stick it out way out.
Okay, I can read it if you need help.
No, what's something you're recently outgrown? Ooh.
Oh, I'm curious of this about you.
Oh.
What have you recently outgrown at 52 years old?
I still eat Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks.
Is that your cereal of choice?
Oh, yes.
Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks. That's a good choice.
Something I've recently outgrown. Oh, video games. I
Oh.
don't play video. I mean, I have Xbox. I have all the Xboxes. Don't play them.
Oh.
I have a Nintendo. Don't play it.
I feel like you really used to be into that.
No. I mean, I haven't played video games in years.
Well, then you haven't recently outgrown it.
Oh, no, I guess not. So I don't know.
Well, I feel like when we worked together, you used to play video games. No?
No.
You just have all that stuff?
Man, what have I recently outgrown?
I feel like there has to be something because we literally had this whole conversation at lunch, which we won't get too far into, but about how like in different decades, you keep learning about yourself. I would say for me, if I were to answer this, something that I've recently outgrown, and this is like definitely a therapy thing, and maybe I'm also still in the process of it, is clinging onto things. I have the thing and actually this is tied to the last question, where I'm so scared of failing. If I know something's not working, I do have a nasty habit that I am in the process of shedding, where I will cling to it because I'm like, no, I can fix it. I can fix it. Where sometimes it is the best thing to let it go. I'm still outgrowing, but I've recently shed a lot of it. The urge to keep trying when it's like, that's not for you, Cameron.
I got it now. If there's an issue I have with somebody or if they have with me,
yeah,
I'll try to fix it with you. But if you're still going to argue with me, I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it go. There's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point in wasting.
Very similar.
Yeah, there's no point in wasting energy in something that's just going to keep spewing hot lava on you,
No, well, that's exactly what it is. But I think when you have the fear of failing, that is something you have to learn to adjust, is accepting. And also, some of it is like what you're going to perceive as failure and what you're going to perceive as the natural way of the world. Just because something didn't work out doesn't necessarily mean that you failed.
True.
But it's really hard for someone with a success mindset to not view it as a failure.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm ready to do the easy question, but after the easy one, can we do another spill?
Oh, okay.
I mean, how often are you here with me on this show? Okay, let's do an easy one.
Okay.
I just like...
Watch it won't be that easy.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
This is real easy. What's the best candy? M&M's, Plain.
Oh my God, that's the example I told you that
Yeah.
it might be.
That's my Jedi skills.
Plain M&Ms are your favorite candy?
Yes.
Wow. This man's easy to please. That is the most basic candy that there ever was, is plain M&Ms. Do you like any of the other M&Ms?
I like the peanut butter ones.
Peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the peanut butter, but I like the peanut.
I like peanuts too.
My favorite candy is Fun Dip. Like, with the 3-packs.
I know.
Not the little packs. It's got to have the grape, the cherry. I actually think, yeah, I've said this a lot recently. I don't know why. I'm talking a lot about Fun Dip recently,
Fun
but
Dip.
also like Pixie Sticks, all of that. I'm also, and I will say I typically don't love chocolate, but I'm also like in an era where I'm loving caramel chocolate, like a Carmelo bar is currently my favorite candy bar. And when I get the munchies late at night, which I do sometimes for whatever reason, the best thing in the world to me at 12 midnight is a Carmelo bar. Naughty, but so good. Okay. We still have time, and I want to do another deep question. I love deep questions with my dad. Shout out to Mariah, by the way. I think of all the times that I just told Mariah, yeah, that's my dad. And she's like, wow, okay.
I remember you getting on her about Chick-fil-A.
Oh, God. I did have a whole thing I was like, listen, my sister in Christ, stop going to Chick-fil-A.
Who raises the bar for you? I would say my mother.
Really? Tell me more about that.
My mother is like, I call my mother like my master Yoda. That I talk to my mom a few times a week.
I love that.
Yeah, she's a very strong woman. She's been through a lot when she was a little girl, and she just has this knowledge. But when I'm like, Mom, I need to do this, she won't give me an answer. She'll just laugh at me, and I'm like, Mom, but she
Wait,
tells
really?
me, you'll figure it out, because if I tell you and it doesn't work out, you're gonna be mad at me for it.
Oh, that's good advice.
Mm-hmm.
She's a wise woman.
Yeah. So when I figure it out, she said, "See, I told you." Oh.
Wow. Are you an only child?
Oh no, I'm the oldest.
How many kids?
So I have two other siblings. So my sister is 51 and my brother is 44.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you do have oldest child energy.
Oldest child.
Well, I'm the oldest of 2. And my sister is also pretty close in age with me.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, wow. I don't know. I guess I never wondered before. Now I'm wondering.
Mm-hmm.
But interesting. Your mom has 3 kids. You're the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Is she the same way with your other 2 siblings?
Yeah, she gives advice. She doesn't tell you what to do. She gives advice. But she doesn't tell you what to do. She kind of like tries to steer you in the right direction so you can figure it out.
So did she have big strong expectations for you? And because you answer this question, who raises the bar for you? Is it because you simply want to make her proud, or because her expectations are really high?
Well, what she used to tell me was, I want you to be a better parent for your kids than I was for you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And so do you think that is how she feels in general about things in your life?
Yeah.
She just wants you to
do
better, to have it better. What was her career?
So my mother retired from Walmart. She worked at Walmart distribution. So she retired 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Give or take.
That's not that long ago, really.
I know.
That's like COVID times.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And she was married to your dad for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They were together all the way till the end,
mm-hmm.
which is so admirable.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Miriam.
Miriam, are you kidding me? Miriam Kilgore?
Yes.
Oh my God. It's probably I want to meet her.
Jen has met her.
Really?
Yeah. My mom's come out here when I graduated college. Yeah, Jen met my mother.
That is so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll be there next time. What's your master's degree in?
Criminal justice.
Is that what your bachelor's was in?
Yes.
Do you want to do something with criminal justice in the future?
I would like to. I want to be a professor.
Oh my God. I think you should have a criminal justice podcast. Listeners will agree with me. You're so easy to listen to. Wait, read the question again. Tell me what it was. I already forgot.
Let me see if it's the right one. Let me extend the arm out again. Who raises the bar for you?
Oh, who raises the bar for me? That's an interesting question for me to answer, actually. And I did not come up with that question. But who raises the bar for me? You know, I think the people that, I mean, this is probably the same answer for everyone, but mine is not one person. Mine is everybody that I look up to, I think.
Okay.
Because I don't just look up to one main person. Like, I don't, when I think of like who I admire, I don't just think of my mom, even though there's certainly things about my mom that I admire and traits that, for better or worse, I inherited. and in many cases served me well. But I think about like writers that I admire who died too young, and like that raises the bar for me because I feel privileged to still be alive,
right,
and to still have the chance to do things that they can't do. And then like when I think of a younger generation, they raise the bar for me. Like I joke around that my cousin Zach and my friend Logan are my kids. They're 25 and 26 years old, but you know, I feel like an old lady on the inside. And I joke that they're my kids, and it sounds so mushy, but that raises the bar for me because sometimes when I think I could be a very spiteful person right now or petty person, but I know one of them is watching me, it inspires me to be the bigger person or take the higher road or completely leave a situation where maybe in the past I would be naughty in that situation. So it's so crazy to me because there's not one person, but it's like a lot of things make me feel like I need to raise the bar so that I can be, I don't want to say of service, but you know what I mean? Like, I want to be a good younger person. I want to be a good older person. I want to be a good neighbor. I think, honestly, I say it's weird a lot, but my mom, what she would tell me and my sister is she would always say, I don't care who you are, if you're gay or who you come home with or what job you want to do, as long as you're an asset to society. I think asset to society is a weird way to put that to a 5-year-old kid because I didn't know what that meant.
Right.
But now I understand, like, the point is just be like a good participant. I just want to be a good participant. And I feel like my bar is raised from all of these different angles, but not really from one person.
Okay.
Except for maybe me, I guess. Me. That's my ego speaking again. And that's how you know I'm a Leo and Cory is not. Are you an Aries?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, you're a Pisces.
We encompass all the zodiac signs.
Is that what that is? I don't know the traits of a Pisces.
We're the last house in the zodiac.
Oh, wait, I didn't know that. Because you're not at the end of the year, just the end of the zodiac.
Yeah.
The Pisces is the fish, right? Oh, water sign.
Yes.
Do you like the water?
Yes.
Oh, of course. Okay. Well, thank you for humoring me.
Anytime.
Thank you for answering every question I asked.
Oh, no problem.
As you always do. And I am nosy. Is there anything you want to leave our listeners with before we sign off for the week?
I will say to feel is to heal.
Okay, damn, never dropped that one on me before. He was saving it for right now, I guess. To feel is to heal.
Yes.
Is that from therapy? Or did you come up with that?
I heard it.
I've never heard that before.
To feel is to heal. And, I totally get that. A lot of times we do a lot of things to numb ourselves to not heal. So we turn to drinking or partying and everything. You got to go through it to heal.
Damn. That's too real. Just kidding. That's just real enough, actually. To feel is to heal. Also volunteer with The Mission Continues, which for now is what it's still called. So look it up and go volunteer with me to remove wreaths. And if you have questions and you can't find it, just ask me because I'll tell you. Because I'm about to go find it right now. It's almost Christmas time. Get in the spirit of volunteering.
Yes.
All right. Thank you again.
Anytime.
I just adore you so much. Okay. As always, friends, live your best life. Don't be a dick. I love you. Goodbye.